Picture this: the faint hum of a lawnmower in the distance, the scent of freshly cut grass sneaking through an open window, and me standing in my kitchen with a half-chopped onion on the counter, wondering how life got so comfortable. I'm Connor, 32 years old, and I've been navigating this suburban maze in Ohio for the better part of a decade. My wife, Emily, who's just turned 30, is my anchor in this quiet storm of routine. We've been married for 7 years, living in a cozy 2-story house that feels like a snapshot from a family magazine, complete with our golden retriever, Max, who's always underfoot, hoping for a stray crumb. Emily's a graphic designer, a burst of color in my grayscale world. She's got this vibrant energy, always chasing the next thrill, the next big idea. Me, I'm the steady one, an accountant who finds solace in numbers and predictability. We balance each other, or at least, we used to. Our life looks perfect on the outside, surrounded by a tight-knit group of friends who've become family over the years. There's Jake, the loud gym trainer who could charm a room without trying. Sarah, the marketing exec with a sharp tongue and sharper wit. Mike, the quiet mechanic who'd drop everything to help you out. Tara, the artist whose free spirit makes every gathering feel like a celebration. Ethan, the tech geek with a dry sense of humor that sneaks up on you. And Lauren, the nurse whose compassion holds us all together. They're the kind of people who fill your life with stories, even on the most ordinary days. Tonight, though, it's just Emily and me sitting on the couch after dinner on a rainy Thursday in October. The TV is on, some sitcom droning in the background, but neither of us is paying attention. The rain taps against the window like a restless finger, and I'm just about to suggest we switch to a movie when Emily turns to me. Her hazel eyes are intense, cutting through the dim light of the living room, and I can tell something heavy is on her mind. She takes a deep breath and says it plain and simple: she's bored in our relationship. She tells me she loves me, that she always will. But she's craving something new, something to shake up the monotony that's settled over us like dust. Her words hit me hard, like a sucker punch I didn't see coming. My chest tightens, and I feel this wave of hurt crashing over me, mixed with a sharp sting of insecurity. Am I not enough? I let things slip without even noticing. My heart starts racing, pounding so loud I'm sure she can hear it. My palms are slick with sweat, and there's this lump in my throat that I can't swallow down, no matter how hard I try. I want to say something, anything, to fix this, to make her see that I'm still here, still fighting for us. But my mind is a mess, spinning with questions and doubts. Did I miss the signs? Was I too caught up in my spreadsheets and routines to notice she was slipping away? I can't find the words, so instead I mumble something about needing air and grab Max's leash. He's instantly at my feet, tail wagging, oblivious to the storm brewing inside me. Here I am, pacing back and forth in our living room, the hardwood floor creaking under my restless steps. My friends, Jake, Sarah, and Mike are sprawled across the couch and armchairs, sipping coffee from mismatched mugs, their eyes darting between me and each other with puzzled expressions. I can feel the weight of their curiosity, and my nerves are buzzing like a live wire. I stop, take a deep breath, and finally let it out. I tell them I've got a plan, something big, something to surprise Emily and bring back that fire she's been missing. I confess how I've noticed the spark between us fading, how the routine of our days has dulled her vibrant spirit, and how I'm desperate to reignite that sense of adventure in her. I keep the details vague, not ready to lay it all bare, just yet focusing instead on how much I want to see her happy again, to feel that connection we've lost. Their reactions hit me like a mixed wave. Jake lets out a nervous chuckle, rubbing the back of his neck. Sarah arches an eyebrow, her skeptical gaze piercing through me. Mike mutters under his breath, "This better not be weird, man." I can sense their hesitation, but I push on, pleading my case with raw honesty about how much this means to me. After a few tense moments of silence, they exchange glances, and one by one, they nod. Intrigued by the mystery and willing to help, even if they're not entirely sure what they're signing up for. Fast forward to later that evening. Kay Malie's just gotten home from work, her shoulders slumped from a long day. But there's a flicker of curiosity in her hazel eyes as she steps into the living room. I've set the stage, dim lighting casting, soft shadows across the walls, a gentle playlist humming in the background, creating a warm, relaxed vibe. I guide her to a cushioned armchair, my voice light and playful as I ask her to sit and trust me completely. She smirks, intrigued, and I pull out a silk scarf, folding it carefully before tying it over her eyes as a blindfold. Her giggle fills the room, a sound that cuts through the tension like a warm breeze. I can feel my pulse quickening as I step back, checking everything one last time. The room is set, the atmosphere just right, and my friends are waiting in the wings, ready for the signal. I take a deep breath, my voice a little unsteady as I lean close to Emily and whisper that I've planned something unforgettable for her, something to break us out of our rut. I slowly untie the blindfold, letting it fall away, and her eyes widen as she sees everyone gathered around, the camera on its tripod in the corner, its red light blinking softly. I lay it out for her then, my bold idea. The one I've been wrestling with for Deza, shared experience, intimate and daring. Something to push boundaries and reignite that spark she's been missing. I tell her it's all for her, a chance to explore a side of life we've never touched before, with people we trust. The room falls into a heavy silence after my words. The only sound, the faint hum of the camera capturing every second. Emily's gaze darts between me, the lens, and our friends. Her face a storm of emotions, confusion clouding her features, curiosity sparking in her eyes, and just a flicker of excitement that makes my heart skip. I'm standing behind the camera now, my hands trembling slightly as I adjust the focus, trying to read her, wondering if I've pushed too far, if I've shattered something instead of rebuilding it. My stomach churns with nerves, a cold sweat prickling at the back of my neck. Have I misjudged this completely? Is this the moment I lose her trust? After what feels like an eternity, she finally speaks, her voice shaky but clear. Are you serious, Connor? I nod, stepping out from behind the camera for a moment, my eyes locked on hers. I tell her again, my tone soft but firm, that I want to give her an experience she'll never forget, that I trust her and our friends completely. I mean every word, even as my own doubts claw at me. Jake steps forward then, his reassuring smile cutting through the tension like a warm knife through butter. The next morning, sunlight pours through the living room windows, casting golden streaks across the hardwood floor. It's Saturday, and the house still hums with the lingering energy of last night. My friends are sprawled out everywhere. Jake's snoring on the couch, Tara's curled up on a floor cushion with a blanket half draped over her, and Ethan's slumped in an armchair, his glasses crooked on his face. The air smells faintly of last night's excitement and the coffee I'm about to brew. I'm in the kitchen with Emily, the clatter of pans and the sizzle of pancakes filling the silence between us. We're moving around each other like we're dancing on eggshells, careful not to meet each other's eyes. I flip a pancake, watching it bubble, and steal a glance at her. She's focused on pouring batter, her lips pressed into a thin line. I can't tell what she's feeling, happy, ashamed, maybe even angry. My stomach twists with uncertainty. Did I misread everything? Was last night a step too far, or the breakthrough we needed? I want to ask, to break this heavy quiet, but the words stick in my throat. We finish cooking and set the table, the aroma of warm syrup and butter drawing everyone in like moths to a flame. Over coffee, as we're passing plates around, Jake wipes a bit of syrup from his chin and grins, his voice cutting through the morning haze. "Hey, why don't we watch the footage from last night? You know, relive the magic." My heart lurches. At the suggestion, a mix of dread and curiosity churning inside me. I hesitate, my fork hovering over my plate, but I can see the others nodding, their interest piqued. Emily's eyes flicker to mine for the first time this morning, unreadable, and I give a small nod. "All right, let's do it," I say, my voice steadier than I feel. We shuffle to the living room, everyone finding a spot around the TV. I grab the camera from the shelf, my hands unsteady as I connect the cables. The screen flickers to life, and I hit play. My pulse, it's a crisp spring evening. A few months after that unforgettable night, and I'm sitting on our porch with Emily, the air cool against my skin, carrying the faint scent of blooming lilacs from the yard. Max is curled up at our feet, his soft snores blending with the distant chirp of crickets. I glance over at Emily, her profile softened by the golden glow of the setting sun, and I can't help but feel a quiet warmth in my chest. Things are different now, in the best way possible. There's a new energy between us, an unspoken bond forged from stepping into the unknown together. That daring experiment, the one we captured on camera with our closest friends, it's become our little secret. A hidden chapter that's tightened the threads of our marriage in ways I never imagined. We don't need to speak about it often. It's just there, a spark that reignites every time our eyes meet with a knowing look. The meets with Jake, Tara, Ethan, and the others have tapered off. No longer a regular thrill, but an occasional escape when the mood strikes. We've set firm boundaries, always talking things through beforehand, making sure we're both on the same page. It's not just about the excitement anymore. It's about trust, about keeping our foundation solid while still allowing room for adventure. I've changed too, more than I expected. As a husband, I've stepped far outside my comfort zone, shedding layers of routine and predictability to meet Emily where she thrives on the edge of something new. I've learned to embrace her need for exhilaration, to see it not as a threat, but as a part of who she is, a part I love just as fiercely as the rest of her. Our life together has taken on a different rhythm now. We've started taking spontaneous weekend trips, driving out to hidden lakes or quaint little towns just to see what we can discover. Last month, we tried rock climbing for the first time, laughing as we fumbled with the gear, our hands chalky, and hearts racing. We balance those wilder moments with quieter intimacy, cooking new recipes side by side, or just sitting like this. Wrapped in Thedent, forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed this story. This will help us create more engaging stories for you.